America is in shock as reports are confirming the assassination of conservative political pundit Charles James Kirk by an unidentified assailant at Utah Valley University. Some experts have described as having an almost disgusting knack for comedic timing. At the time of his death, Kirk had been answering the question, "Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?" With yet another question, marking his final words in public as, "Counting or not counting gang violence," Kirk's assassin would then answer the question in as cheeky a manner as humanly possible, firing a single shot from about 200 yards into Kirk's neck from the university's Lossy Center rooftop. Kirk, 31 at the time of his death, was a lifelong supporter of right-wing causes and amassed a following of millions since the start of his political career, which began as it ended, with Kirk annoying people on school property, in this case to have lunchroom prices reduced. He was raised in Prospect Heights and Arlington Heights, Illinois, a suburb of Chicago that boasts a roughly 63-to-1 ratio of white people to black people. Following his graduation in 2012, Kirk founded conservative youth political action group Turning Point USA, on the dual promises of preventing the poisoning of American youth by liberal ideology and never having to work a real job for a day in his life. Kirk turned Turning Point USA into a juggernaut political messaging powerhouse, revitalizing how conservative messaging for young people was delivered to people who are concerned about how conservative messaging is delivered to young people. Through his exhaustive work, he made himself a millionaire and reminded a generation of involuntarily celibate young men and aspiring school shooters the correct way to draw a swastika. Through a life lived on camera in front of the masses, Kirk fought for issues at the heart of the American conservative movement. He asked questions other people simply don't have the courage to ask, like, can blacks actually fly airplanes, and are Jews replacing us? He spoke truth to power, demanding a release of the Epstein pedophile list from high-ranking politicians, but also knew when to curtail his excesses as a man of the press, such as when he defended high-ranking politicians from releasing the Epstein pedophile list. Kirk is survived by his wife, former Miss Arizona 2012 and current Glenda the Good Witch impersonator Erica Franzwe, 36, and their 2 children. Kirk's wife and children were present at the time of his death, leading to speculation that any private education they might receive in the future would be wasted, as they've now lived the average American public school experience. A silver lining remains, however, as Kirk has incidentally ensured his children will truly never forget 9/11. Kirk died as he lived, having never finished a single day at college, and transitioned in death to an undying symbol of his life's work, an anonymous American gun violence statistic. As of this recording, the shooter has not been identified, but anonymous experts have suggested his single, well-placed round was a damn fine shot. It may, in fact, have set range records for political assassinations in America, outranging the assassination of John Fitzgerald Kennedy by Lee Harvey Oswald in 1963 by around 120 meters. Ever the picture of humility, we're sure if Kirk had lived to see his own assassination, he'd have commented simply, and with a smile, that clip sizes really don't matter. Godspeed, Mr. Kirk. We know you're looking up at us.